Hello, seja bem-vindo para a aula de hoje. O tópico da nossa aula hoje é Tell me about yourself. Essa é uma pergunta que pode ser usada em várias situações, mas hoje vamos conversar sobre como responder essa pergunta usando uma técnica especial que eu vou te ensinar, super fácil e simples para você aplicar. E nós vamos discutir como responder essa pergunta em um ambiente de negócio. Ou seja, será que eu posso responder isso usando esse método em entrevistas? Sim. Será que eu posso usar esse método durante uma apresentação de trabalho? Sim. Então, quando você vai falar, dar uma palestra em inglês ou uma apresentação, você pode usar esse método que eu vou te ensinar agora, que é super fácil, super simples de você aplicar e treinar para já usar em inglês sem você memorizar. Porque eu sempre falo para meus alunos, não memorizem. Não é uma prova de vida quando você está falando em inglês. Na verdade, a outra pessoa que está ouvindo quer entender você, então você pode pausar, pode respirar. E é isso. Então, vamos começar a aula de hoje. So tell me about yourself. Quem nunca ouviu essa pergunta? Todo mundo já escutou essa pergunta, tanto em português quanto em inglês. Mas hoje nós vamos conversar como responder essa pergunta em inglês. Então vamos começar a falar inglês. So tell me about yourself. It's a very common question and is an expected question in any kind of interview. So if you're going to have an interview to be in a different position, to go to a different company, or you're fresh out of college, it doesn't matter. This is a question that you always have to face. So why not get ready and prepared with the right skills on how to answer this question using an effective strategy. So the strategy we're going to use today is going to be unique. Normally, when you're in a social gathering and you're trying to make friends or trying to get friendly with others and you're asked the question, so tell me about yourself. You say things like, I like going to the cinema, I like watching movies, I like reading books, I like being on the internet. But when you are in a work interview, for example, and you get this question, so tell me about yourself, which most probably is one of the first questions. How do you reply? All right, so today I'm going to teach you how to use a method that is called HAMK. HAMK, which is an abbreviation actually of 4 words. So now let's begin with the first alphabet, the first letter, which is H. H is for how. How. We have A for achieve, M for motivation, and K for kill. Yes, kill de matar. All right, so let's go. So how do we begin? Normally we begin with how. How do I get here? How did you get here? So the person wants to understand how, where are you coming from? Let's imagine you're working in sales. So you would begin like this. Well, I've been working in sales for the past 15 years. So I've been working in sales for the past 5 years. Now, I want you to pay attention to this. When answering this question, I begin with the word well or so. This is because I want to engage the interviewer, or I want to engage my audience into my story. Remember the story of how did I get here? Where am I coming from? I want to get your attention to be on alert that I am about to give you a valued information about my identity, about my journey. So if you would just begin by saying, I've been working in sales for 15 years. It's a bit boring, really, and it's too direct. So you want to bring a word that kind of introduces your story in a less serious manner. So you want to start by saying, well, I've been working in sales for the past 15 years or so, to begin telling them how you got here. Also, I want to call attention to the expression that I'm using. I'm using the construction of I've been. I've been. So you're going to always begin the H, how, using the present perfect. It's more captivating. So, well, I've been working in sales for the past 15 years. Now I'm calling attention to another expression that I'm using, which is for the past. For the past, meaning it started 15 years ago up till now. I could also use a construction like this. I've been working in sales for about 5 years. For about. So for about means somewhere around 5 years. So somewhere around 5 years I have been working in sales. Or maybe you're fresh out of the university, or you're fresh out of college, or fresh out of a course, a professional course. Would you use the same construction? Yes, I would say, well, I've been studying to become a teacher for the last 16 years. Oh, that's such a long time. But yes, I've been studying to become a lecturer for the past 16 years. Maybe you went to undergrad school and then grad school, and then maybe you did a postdoctorate. I don't know. But the main idea is I'm saying to become, studying to become. Or you could say, I've been preparing to become a director for the past 20 years. I don't know the time span that you've been doing this. So when you're using studying or preparing, you're going to use the verb in ing, studying, preparing, to become. And then now let's go to A, which is achieve. What are you supposed to talk about? So what you've achieved that is valuable for that position. What you've achieved that is valuable for that presentation that you are giving. Now here, many people think that you have to talk about an award or promotion. Not necessarily. You could talk about some soft skills. In my case, for example, I would say I've built confidence in speaking in the last 5 years working as a teacher. All right, so now let's use the example of a teacher. I've been able to perfect my pronunciation in Portuguese working as a translator. See that? So you don't necessarily have to talk about an award. Of course, if you have an award, if you have some kind of recognition, of course you should use it. You would say something like this: the highlight was when I was able to deliver before the deadline. Let me repeat. The highlight was when I was able to deliver before the deadline. Now I'm using the word highlight to show that something I did that was recognized, something that I want you to recognize, something important happened. So if you were able to deliver, give a result, or you got a promotion based on something that you did during your work, I would advise you to use the word highlight. So the highlight was when I was able to deliver before the deadline. All right, that's for achievement. Now, remember, we're using the method HAMK. We've spoken about how we got here. We've spoken about achieve, what we've achieved that is valuable for this presentation, for this interview. Now we are going to M, which is motivation. What motivates you? What drives you? In this part, it's very nice to talk about something that's in line with ambition. In my case, I might be looking for a position in an interview that is recognizable position in the company, let's say a director, it doesn't really matter what the position is, but I would say something like this: I've been looking to improve my sales skills, or I've been looking to improve my skills to close deals, and that's why I enrolled in a course that was able to give me more skills, and here I am. So what motivates you has to be something bigger than you, has to be something higher than you. Or you could use something like a soft skill to show that you have people skill, or that you have the ability of interacting and creating relationships. Something like this: I've been looking to improve myself by being surrounded by successful people. Or I've been looking to improve my speech by practicing pronunciation and body language while speaking. Okay? All right. So now we've talked about, remember we're talking about the method HAMK. We've done how I got here, what I achieved that is valuable for the position, motivation, what's motivated you and what motivates you to this position. Now let's go to K, which is kill. Yes, kill, or you can say knockout. This is where you finish them. All right, so kill, you're not going there to be rude. When I say kill, it means that you're going to leave a hook, an emotional hook, to get them more engaged to you. And when we say finish them, it's touch down. This is where you give that emotional engagement and ties to you. So here, this is what I put. I said, so working for this company, which has such a great reputation, will definitely be the best opportunity to use my acquired skills and continue to grow. So now let's go a little bit backward. Remember, I said what's motivating me? It's improving my skills by surrounding myself with successful people. And now I'm going to kill. I use the word so, that is to conclude. Or I could also use the word therefore. Therefore, working or getting a position in this company, which is such a great has such a great reputation, will definitely be the best opportunity for me to use my new acquired skills. Remember my people skills, the other skills we talked about, to grow. This kills them because I am also talking about what I bring to the table. So when I talked about motivation, I was talking about how I improve myself. I talked about my achievement. Now I am softly delivering how I am going to help the company by also helping myself. But I hope this wasn't too much. The main idea is for you to know how to use the method HAMK, which is the 4-letter words: how, achieve, motivation, and kill. Now you can think about these questions. Think about yourself. How have I gotten here? Write it down. What have I achieved? Soft skills, tangible results. Write it down. What motivates me and what will motivate me to get that job? Write it down. And now kill. What's the emotional hook that you're going to use? Write it down. You can write different versions. The most important thing is to prepare yourself for this kind of situation, and not to memorize, but to get prepared. Okay? Well, if you're looking to improve your business English skills, I am a business English teacher and I would really love to help you. You can send me a message and drop a comment here on the video, or if you're just enjoying this content here on YouTube, do not forget to follow me, like, thumbs up, okay? Drop a comment, maybe about a possible topic or question that we can talk about in the next video. Thank you very much. I'm Safiya and this is Business English with Safiya, and I'm looking forward to getting a comment, a follow, a like, or a message from you. Have a lovely day.